guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys my office. We're gonna go through each and every part of it because you guys asked me a lot about my office. So I'm gonna show you guys all the things today. So let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start over here in this corner of my office. I love this little corner over here. This was supposed to be a corner where my husband and I were going to start a podcast, but y'all know how life happens, and life happened for us, and we never started the podcast. So it's still here. I love it. We've been using it for different things. Underneath, I have a little bin there with all of my Amazon stuff that I still need to review. There's a couple of things in there that I still have to do videos on, so I keep them in that bin there, and then sometimes as overflow, I do put some things on top of the table, so that way I can remind myself. I sort it out over there so I could get my thoughts together, and then it reminds me of the things that I need to film for. We also use this table as a homework table, so Addison will come in here. Her cart is right outside my office here. Let me see if I can pan so you can see. You see the cart there that I did recently? Right there. And so she can easily pull that right on over here and work in here and do homework and things like that as needed. So we love this table. Eventually we'll start our podcast, y'all. As you can see, I have my Yeti mic over there. So the Yeti mic is still there. I've never used it. And so anyways, it's pretty cool too because it swivels right over the table. So whenever we get ready to do that, everything is already set up and ready to go for us. I also have some lighting underneath my table. So I have lighting that clips right onto my desk or table, so I can clamp it right onto the table. And it's a ring light, and that way it'll give me a little bit more lighting. And then I have two other box lights under there on top of the bin. By the way, most everything in my office came from Amazon, so I'll link it all below for you. So this table came in a set with the table and two chairs, and I initially, y'all, thought that it was going to be too large for this office, but as you can see, it's perfect right over there in that little corner. Okay, then right above it I have my TV, and so in back of me there's a couch that reclines, and this is where I'll come, shut my doors, close the world off when I just need a little me time. This is my space. So this space serves multiple purposes, from me filming in here, and then also relaxation, watching a little TV alone without anyone disturbing me. This is my space. So I have a lot of things in here, like my nail polish supplies, stuff like that. This kind of makes it a more of a self-care space as well. It's like a she room, I guess, whatever you would call this, a craft room, whatever. It has all of that built into one room. So this room is very important for me, my business, my life, my mental, to be able to have a space like this. All right, and then as you can see, I've got two little vases there, which are really, really pretty. So let me see, maybe I'll show them to you really quick. They're so pretty. They come in two sizes. So this one is the larger of the two, and I put some flowers in there. You could also put some water in there. It's like a test tube almost, which comes out, so you can take it out just like this. It is made of glass. And then this was when I was into rose gold. I'm still into rose gold, but I don't know. I feel like I'm always evolving. So I just like accents of it now. My whole room doesn't have to be rose gold. And then it has a smaller one, as you can see. And then I have my wax candle warmer over there, and I have some books here. So I have my Simply Clean book from Clean Mama, and then I have my Home Edit workbook, which I got when I was on their PR team as well. And then as you can see, I've got my Michelle Obama book there. And I just keep these in the little slots here, which I got from IKEA. So I'll try to remember to mention where I got certain things from, especially if it's not from Amazon. So this little thing right here is from IKEA. All right, and then all of my drapery is all white. As y'all can see, I love bright and airy when it comes to my office. And so I chose white drapes, and they do have a little bit of silver accents on them, or gray, yeah, more like silver metallic accents. And that way it keeps everything bright in here. I like to come into a space where it's just welcoming, and to me, light, bright, and airy is what does it for me. So I'm not really into dark colors, as you can see. And just to give you an idea of how far my desk is away from the table. So that's, of course, the table we were just talking about. And then here's my desk. So I do have a little bit of wiggle room in between. And y'all, don't judge me, okay? I have secrets in here. I didn't finish painting here. And then also up here, I didn't finish painting as well. So we've got to get that finished at some point. So try not to pay attention to that. Focus on me, okay? And so this just gives you just an idea of how much space is in here. It's not a super large space, but it also isn't super small either. This was our formal living room. So some people would use this and put a couch in here, table and all of those things. We didn't need an extra living room. We just used our main living room. And so we turned this into my office. My husband's office is upstairs in one of the spare bedrooms. Okay, so just to give you an idea of kind of the spacing in between and how much room we really have to work with in here. All right, let's move on to my desk. So this is a standing desk, which means there's a little power supply right there, a little button you press, and this desk will raise and lower. Again, most everything's from Amazon. This is as well. And then I paired it with a white chair. So I'll show you my chair, which was a little difficult to find. Now I know everybody's all into the aesthetic movement now, but y'all, when I first was looking for a white chair, it was so difficult to find. I couldn't find one. I love the back of it. I didn't want an office chair that looked like an office chair. You know, I wanted it to be some decorative element to it too. So I feel like this is what I have. So this is my second one because the first one got a little bit dirty. I had that one for like 5 years or so. So I put that one in the basement because I didn't want to get rid of it because this is a great quality chair, which does lower and raise as well. And so I replaced it with this one, and this one's been going strong as well. You would think with it being white, it would get dirty really quickly, but I've had this one for a couple of years also, and it's been holding up. I just love how it looks. You know, it's a really pretty but yet simple office chair. So that's where I sit, and it's really super comfy too. Okay, also on my desk, I have this beautiful acrylic table, or I guess it's more like a tray table, right? So that collapses down. So I just use that for my planner. And then this is great for when I'm filming, for like if I'm filming an Amazon video, I can load that up with all the things, set it right next to me, and then I can pull from that as I'm talking about the various items. And I also love, again, how it folds down. So that way I can store it out the way if I need to. And this, again, just gives you a bit of an idea of how much space I have. I have a ton of space to walk, so it doesn't really obstruct anything. It's the perfect size. So I just keep that right there next to my desk. So let's talk about my film setup, because that is a question that I get a lot as well. How do I film videos for YouTube, social media, and all of that stuff? So when it comes to vertical video, I typically use this camera that I'm on now, which is my Canon 80D. I'll toggle between the kit lens and my Sigma art lens. It just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing a food video, I'll use my Sigma lens just because it's a better quality. It's gonna give you that nice blurry background. But for stuff like this, I can use this lens that I'm currently using with my Canon 80D. Hopefully that I'll be able to sometime soon upgrade to the Canon 90D, because that's the most recent camera. So when it comes to my film setup, I use this, I think this is a Manfrotto arm, and I just move it back and forth as I'm filming. I'll sometimes use this for vertical video as well, and I'll just sit this way as opposed to sitting this way, and that helps me to be able to do that if I need more of an overhead view. So all I do is take this, twist the knob right there, and then I move it over to the center of the table, and then I twist it back in place. And then as you can see here, this little piece here is where I attach the camera, and it twists right on in. I don't move this stuff. This stays stationary in the position that it's in. All I do is just move it back and forth as needed. And a lot of times too, when it comes to vertical video, if I need a stationary view, I'll move it way over here as opposed to it being right here. And that really helps me to be able to get a little bit closer to it and get the angle that I need. So this is all I use for my film setup, you guys, along with the camera that I just mentioned. I'll also show you another camera that I typically use for vlogging. And then when I'm done with it, I untwist it and move it right back so that it stays out of the way. And I can use that for different things. I can use that for food videos in the kitchen. I can use it behind me at my table. The options are endless. Okay, so here is my view of when I'm sitting at my desk. So I'm gonna go over there and show you guys how that looks and talk you through all of the cabinetry and stuff like that, which by the way came from IKEA. This came from IKEA, this came from IKEA, these two shelves came from IKEA, and then also this came from IKEA and this came from IKEA. And I believe that's all. And then also the shelves up there above my desk, all of that came from IKEA. Okay, so lastly over here on my desk, those mirrors there from Amazon, they're beautiful. They hang right up. They're very decorative and I love them, especially when I'm doing a video. I have a quick access to a mirror because I like to make sure I'm smiling in the video. And those help with that since they're nearby, and then they're also beautiful. And then some other items that I have on my desk. Okay, first and foremost, I have a clock here. This clock serves as a clock and then also tells the temperature. It's beautiful. And then you can set your phone on top of it and it is a mobile charger. So I love that. And then this is my lamp. And I've had this lamp for years. It's really pretty as well, again, in my rose gold movement. And so I keep that on my desk there. And then I also keep this little cord organizer. So this is my little cord wrangler that came with a few of these little pieces, and then some of your tech plugs are going to plug into this automatically. You won't need the little piece here. You just put it right on top of here because this is magnetic, and that way I can keep my cords together and they're not constantly falling on the ground and I have to reach for them. And then this comes with 3 plugs. It screws right on top of your desk, and then it comes with 4 USB. So I love that. Keep it right off to the side. So that way my desk, y'all, looks super clear, as you can see, because I do a lot of filming and I don't want to be constantly having to clean my desk. I just want it to be clean already. So I try to do a good job of keeping things organized and out the way, so that way I'm ready to go. Okay, underneath my desk, I also have a trash can. Okay, so I wave my hand right in front, toss in the trash, and then it's gonna close automatically. It's super gorgeous. And so that is the perfect little size trash can for me for under my desk. All right, now I'm gonna swivel behind me. All right, let's talk about my shelving there. So I've got a lot of stuff going on up there. I've got my YouTube and social media sort of books at the top there, as you can see. And then I also have some artwork from Notique. I have my YouTube plaque up there. So this is something I'm super proud of because this is when I hit 100,000 subscribers. We're almost at 250 now. So thanks to you guys. So I'm looking forward to getting that 500,000 plaque. But this is something, again, I'm very proud of. It took a long time for me to get this. And so of course, it's only right that I would display it on my shelf. And then I've got some organization books there. So that's Martha Stewart organizing. This is the home edit organizing. And then I have some florals over there. And so I try to keep this shelf as simple as possible, and it's constantly evolving with new decor, you know, as I see something that I like. All right, also on the side there, this is my treadmill. I did a video on this treadmill, which came from Amazon, by the way, but I have it tucked right there in the corner. And so I could put it right under my table, my desk, and I can run in my office, which I hardly ever do, but it is great to have. Oh, these are my little sconces I got from Shein that I'm doing a video on. And then I also have a little tray here with a keto cookbook underneath. This is just random stuff. These I did a video on and I need to find a location for them. And then this I did a partial video on. I need to do the other half of that video and I don't want to forget. And I just took it off the table over there. And I could technically add it back over there because that's typically where I put things like that. Okay, let's talk through these drawers, y'all. Now, there are some secrets in these drawers, okay? So I'm gonna remove all of the stickers there because I'm in a completely different phase of my life. I don't need those stickers to tell me what's inside the drawer. Those were from the Happy Planner. They have books that have organization stickers in them. And so I was in that phase of my life. And so I wanted to label everything. And so these drawers definitely do not have what's supposed to be on the inside. As you can see, this is not stickers. So that's why I need to remove that so that way it's accurate. And plus it's gonna make my office look better. I don't like having the wording on there anymore. This is the other camera that I use. So this is the Sony ZV-1. So I use this for vlogging. I put an extra lens on it. So this lens just literally sticks on top of the existing lens and that gives you a wider angle. So I love this camera. Keep it right up in here. I'm not gonna go through every drawer, by the way, you guys. Also, this is so cool. This is a stabilizer. You put your phone on it. It has a light that I had purchased the attachment for that sticks around. Oh, this is it, because there's a different attachment that goes on here. So this has a light on it. So if I turn it on, if I can find it, then I can show you how it works. Oh, here we go. So it has a light on it. It clips right on here. So that way when you're doing your videos, you have light. You know what I mean? You won't need any additional, and it has multiple settings. And so it's magnetic, so it clips right on here. And I use this a lot for like lives and things like that. All right, so that's what I have inside the first drawer, along with a couple other things. And y'all, this is also a selfie stick. So you can pull it like that and you have a little extra space. So this is really cool, and it stabilizes it and it follows you too. So it has face tracking. All right, again, we're not gonna go in every single drawer, but this will take me down memory lane if I do, because there's a lot of different things in here that I used to use that I don't use anymore for my planning, which is very interesting. So I'm like a completely different person now. So these are all my stencils and patterns and stuff. So that's what's inside of these drawers. So one day I'm gonna go through and clean all of these out. These actually have just organization supplies in them, and I'm sure that probably has stamps in it. Yep. So at some point this was accurate, and then that does have a ribbon. So the main two drawers that I come in for this is the paper drawer, which has like all of my tech, camera lenses and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so I do have some things organized in here. So I've got these cool little drawer organizers, cord organizers. Then that's my Sigma lens that I was telling you guys about. And that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna go on those last two, y'all. Okay, and then we come over to my back desk. I love having a back desk, so I can literally turn my chair around and I'll have this whole little back situation going on. Okay, it's 2 IKEA shelves. So these are the larger, more chunky shelves, or not shelves, but drawers. So as you can see, I'm in the process of removing all of the stickers. I already did it on that side, and I have to take these off. So these are just wider, and so I love how I was able to use them, and I added a little mat on top so I can switch out backdrops as needed. So as you can see, I've got a few here. Some are double-sided. So that way, if I want to change this up, I can. If I'm filming and I need a backdrop, I can just remove, you know, whatever mat and then use what's underneath. So I'm not going to go into all these drawers, you guys, but I do have a rose gold lamp over there, and it's controlled in back of me. So I'll show you when I get on this side. And I have my headphones that I keep there, a phone stand, my tissue box. By the way, this right here, that clock there, which is super beautiful, came from Temu. And I get so many comments on that. It was super cheap too. And then this I used to keep on my desk. It's like a desk riser, this whole piece right here. And then I removed it because it was getting in my way on my desk, and I put it back here, and I just keep random things in here, y'all. So very random things. I'm showing all of my secrets of how unorganized I am, okay? And then this is a cutting board I got from Amazon, a candle, my little clock here. I use all of this for decor in various videos, and that really helps. Also, y'all, the lighting situation I've had here for years, and it's just the little fairy lights. So I love it, especially at night. Okay, now I did organize a couple of my drawers because I started an organization series on Instagram, and so I organized this with all of my pins and stationery and such. And then this one, all of this stuff is from Fancy Plans Co. By the way, if you're wondering, we do have a whole stationery shop with planners, sticky notes, washi tape, pins, highlighters, all kind of things. So I call myself organizing it somewhat. So it's really just those three. Then when I get to this drawer, this is my nail drawer. So that's all of my nail supplies, so that when I get ready to do my nails on my own, which not right now because it was a real struggle for me, y'all. So I had to take a break, but I have everything I need there. And then this is just a whole bunch of markers. Yeah, we have a small problem. And so I love collecting Tombos and markers and things like that, y'all. So that's what's in that last drawer. We're not even gonna talk about what's over there on the other side, because that, again, I'm still working on organizing, and I'm still working on organizing this too. But this is in way better condition than those drawers over there. It's just the most random of things. And I really do need to organize that, y'all, because it gives you so much more space when you have things organized in their place. So this office still has a lot of work left to go, because again, this all was stuff when I was really, really heavily into planning and buying all the things. And now I'm a simpler planner, and I really only use Fancy Plans Co. products. Okay, I've got my iPad here, which I typically keep upstairs in my bedroom, but I was doing something and needed it. I also have Nikki's book, At Home with Nikki, and then I have another home edit book. As you guys can see, I'm a little obsessed with organizing. So I just keep that underneath here. And then I was gonna see if I wanted to show you what was in this drawer. I think this is just more tech stuff. Yeah, this is just a lot of tech stuff. This is my little arm that goes with the Sony camera I showed you guys. I use this all the time when I want to see myself on screen on my laptop as opposed to the little viewfinder on the camera. Then those are my headphones that I use all the time for editing my videos. And that's pretty much all that's over here, y'all. I try to keep everything pretty clean and clear. So again, I'm ready to film when needed. So I just tuck everything in those drawers, and that's another reason why they're so messy, okay? All right, so let's move on over. All right, so moving right along, we have my refrigerator here. I do a lot of restocks videos, so you guys have seen this refrigerator. It needs to be cleaned out right now, but I love having a refrigerator in my office, especially when I'm on a lifestyle change and all that. I can hide my stuff in here so nobody gets it. I do wish this was white. I got it pink just because I thought I needed a little pop of color in my office, but now I'm wishing that this was white. I don't know. I'm in that phase in my life where I just want all neutrals. Okay? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look bad in here because as you can see, I do have some pink accents with other things like those flowers right there. And it really kind of does go, but I don't know. I was regretting it, getting this color. Okay. And then down here, I just have all of my snacks that don't need to be refrigerated. I am hiding these from Addison because these are her favorite candy bar and she will sneak them. Then I have some plastic cups. I've got a ton of keto stuff down there. And I have all of my little specialty glasses that I love. I don't want them to get broken. A whole bunch of keto stuff. Some water and some coconut water. My little plastic containers that I use for water, and I keep them in here. And that's pretty much all that I keep in here. All right. Let me just keep that closed just like that. All right, so let's move over to this side. Of course, I've got a mirror in here because I do, from time to time, need to look at myself. And sometimes I'll do a video where it requires me to have that mirror there. So I love that it's an arched mirror, and it's really pretty. So inside of these, we are definitely not opening those, are secrets. And then there's also another nail drawer in there. And then on top of that, I've got all of my bags. So that my husband got me for our anniversary, I guess 2 years ago now. Then I've got some other book bags, Fancy Plans coat bags. And then I've got some other little bags up there that I use for when I'm working outside the house and just purses and things like that. Okay, so maybe we'll open this. So this again is from IKEA. I love it because I love the glass see-through part. By the way, these are my ministry bags. Two for me and one's for Addison. I have 3 of them hanging up there, and we just keep all of our ministry stuff in there. Okay, so inside of this cabinet, maybe I'll open it. Let's see. Okay, so on the top there, we've got all of my sunglasses inside of those little organization bins right there, and some more little organization bins for glasses. And then the second shelf is my book bag. This is an umbrella, some of my fanny packs and smaller book bags, wallet, things like that go in here. I also have the canister in back of there with wipes for easily, grabbing them when I need to clean something. And then this is all of my tumblers that I kept. I got rid of a whole bunch of them. So my Stanley and then some of my Starbucks ones are in there. And then here are more tumblers in here. I had a problem at some point, so I purged and kept the ones that I really loved. And I'm gonna give those away at some point. And then these are all of my little bags and stuff like that I use that you'll see in all of my videos. And some of my pill organizers. I need to fix this pink one that I'll rotate throughout my bags, cases and things like that. And then these are just bags, candles right there, and then bags right here. So just some different bags that I use. And so that's all that's in this particular side of the cabinet. On this side, I've got my current purse. So this is stocked and ready to go, so I can just grab and go. These are empty. I have my little organizer back there that you guys have seen. It's a little book that you can keep your passport, birth certificates, all your important documents. And then this is old planner stuff that I'm gonna have to go through at some point in time. I'll pull that out. I did purge, okay? So we're down to 3 old planners and things like that I just can't bring myself to get rid of yet. More candles, and then this is a little Molly Ollie tote that has some other planner items in there as well. And that's all that's in here. So it's pretty organized if, you know, I don't know, organized to my standards, right? Okay, this shelf piece is attached to my wall and it came from Amazon. This has the kids' important documents in them by grade. Then this is my typically meeting, ministry, work bag, just however I decide to use it. And so I keep this on the shelf here. Then I have all of my current planners. Okay, I keep those all here, all from Fancy Plants Co, by the way. A little decor there, and then my wallet's just there randomly. And then that floral piece is from Amazon also. Right, then we have my fan from Temu, which I love. So what you do with this is you put ice in here, and then it has two different settings. This blows out the steam, you know, when it has ice in it, and then this is the actual fan part of it. So I keep them both on. It's so awesome. Okay, as you can see, when it comes to tables, I like things to flow. So this table matches the one in back of me. Then I have this beautiful fake flower because I cannot keep anything alive. So I typically go with the fake. I have a cord organizer under my couch. This reclines, by the way. So I pull it back a little bit from ways from the wall. And then I'm able to recline in this. I have one in my foyer also, same model, but a different color. This artwork here is from Nautique. And so I framed it, and that's what I use for my wall because it's really pretty. So this gives you a little view of how that looks. Again, my TV is in back of me, so this is where I would sit to watch TV. Okay, and this little cart came from IKEA. It's really cute. And I just tuck it here. I'm not gonna go through all this stuff. It just has my tech stuff in it. So like my tech book bag, random stuff, y'all. And then behind here, I have my lamp from Amazon. And this is my little button I was telling you guys about that turns on this light right over there. And so this has been so perfect to have because when I'm sitting on my couch, I can just flip that switch. Okay, this is the pillow I typically keep on my couch. So that does tie in the pink over there, right? And then behind here, some lighting. I also have a little tray behind my couch. I'm not gonna move it. It's a little desktop tray that I can use when I'm working in bed. And then this one I'll use right over here on my couch if I wanna eat at my couch or if I just wanna do some work over there. And then this is a green screen. So I just have that sitting there. So whenever I need to use it, it'll be ready and available for me, y'all. And so that is it, right? Yeah. This is the tripod I use, by the way, so that's what I was using pretty much throughout this whole entire video. This tripod is what I use for every single reel that you guys see for the most part. I love that thing. And so that's my office, you guys. I love it in here. And it's probably one of the most requested videos I've been getting. You guys have been wanting to know what's in my office, where do I get certain things from? And so I thought it was time for me to do an office tour. So this is it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You got a little inspiration. Remember, don't judge me with the blue. We'll get that done soon. That way everything will be completed. Also got this rug from Amazon. My husband has the gray version upstairs in his office. It's a dark gray and he loves it. So let me know if you have any questions about anything you've seen. Again, I'll try to remember to link everything below for you. Love this office. It's right off of our front door. So it's the perfect spot. Come right in. And then my husband built those doors so I can easily close them. And I come in here and I go to town. This is where I film all of my content. Unless I'm doing like something in the house, like, you know, clean with me or something like that. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel. If you're new here, of course, give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. And I hope that you'll come back by and catch me for another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.